Hi, I'd just like to take this opportunity to welcome students, particularly external students, to SBI504 Statistical Methods for Impact Analysis. What we're concerned with in this unit is, of course, the design and analysis of programs to detect environmental impacts in natural communities. Now, the package of materials you should have received will include the study guide, the unit information and the readings as your core printed resources, along with a CD-ROM, a set of audio CDs, and then the SBI504 Statistical Manual and Statistical Tables. Those last two documents are really just for additional reference. If you haven't already done so, and I hope you have, please take a minute to check through the unit information so that you've got an idea of the schedule for the program and also the assessments. Have a look at LearnLine to see what resources are available there, and also load up the CD-ROM and look at the information that's available on there. The CD-ROM and LearnLine both have additional information about the assignments and resources to assist you with completing the assignments. Now, looking briefly at each of the assignments. Assignment number 1, the first is an essay looking at type 1 and type 2 errors and the role of statistical power in environmental impact analysis. It's an entirely conceptual exercise designed to get you thinking about the consequences and significance, or the importance and implications of the two different types of errors, sometimes called in the medical literature a false positive and a false negative. That is saying there's a problem when there isn't, and saying that there is no problem when in fact there is. There's some more information, as I say, on LearnLine and on the CD-ROM about those, and the focus of that particular assignment is particularly topic 2. Assignment number 2 is just a set of problems, and all you need to do there is write out an answer to each of the problems, either in dot points, in essay form, as a table, in whatever form you think best expresses your responses to those particular problems. And those problems focus on topics 1, 3, 4 and 5 in particular. Finally, the major assignment is, of course, number 3, the global oil study, where you're involved in planning and analysing and then reporting on an environmental impact study. Now, that study is done in a simulated environment, and you'll find information on the CD-ROM about that environment. There's also information on LearnLine which tells you how each of the different topic areas, topics 1 through to 6, relates to that assignment. And that assignment does integrate work across the entire semester. And with respect to that particular assignment, I'd like to say a little bit about software, particularly statistical software. Now, for this unit, in the last couple of years, we've been using 2 freely available packages, Excel Stats and PAST, P-A-S-T, and there's an announcement on the LearnLine site with links to the sites for both of those packages, so you can download the most recent versions. There are copies of these on the CD, but they are probably not the most up-to-date since they were put onto the CD some months ago. Now, why am I using these particular packages? Well, the major packages, SPSS, SAS, SysStat and so on, are rather expensive, and it's not all that easy to make them available to external students or to internal students in locations outside specific laboratories. Plus, they are complicated in terms of the options available, so it can actually take a while to come to grips with how to use them. Now, the packages we are going to use, to start with, we've got Excel Stats, which runs as an add-in to Excel, and that works for every version of Excel except the Mac version 2008, and that's something to do with the way Microsoft set up that particular version of Excel. And the handy thing about Excel Stats is not only that it runs inside Excel, and most people know how to use Excel, but the data I give you for assignment 3 will be in an Excel spreadsheet, and it's quite easy to import the data from that Excel spreadsheet into Excel Stats. The second package we'll use will be one called PAST. So there, PAST, Paleontological Statistics. Now, we use Excel Stats primarily for the more conventional types of statistical methods, so that's t-tests, analysis of variance, correlation and regression. And it's useful for doing summaries such as means and scatter plots. Increasingly, environmental impact assessment is using multivariate analyses. And PAST is a rather nice free package put together by some paleontologists, which does some of the most commonly used statistical methods. And the ones we'll look at will be cluster analysis, PCA or principal components analysis, and MDS or multidimensional scaling. And it's paleontology because these people are involved in doing paleoecology, and most of the methods in environmental impact assessment originate from ecology. Multivariate statistics is the growing area in environmental impact assessment, and so we'll spend some time at the end of the unit in topic 6 looking at these methods. Because something is new and rapidly developing, the resources are more on LearnLine than in the readings and in the study guide. And when it comes to using both Excel Stats and PAST, I've got some tutorial information available on LearnLine, some of it as web pages, and I've also got some short video tutorials just running you through things such as getting the data into the packages and doing some of the basic analyses. So I hope those help you get to grips with those packages. Later on in the semester I might talk about some other packages and some other options for analyses, but we'll get to that when we get to it. If you have any questions, as always, please contact me either by email, telephone, and I'll get back to you as quickly as I can. Welcome, and we'll be talking through the semester.